Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 275. It is Friday morning. Time to go to the office and get checked in. And then we'll be heading out for the day. It's going to be a long day today. A lot of traveling, a lot of stuff going on. And let's just start from the beginning here. My son had a friend sleep over last night, and that was a chore getting them to sleep. We got that taken care of. They woke up late this morning, almost missed the bus. I woke up a little bit late after that, and got myself ready. And something happened last night. I seem to have misplaced a large amount of money, and I think it's gone, which is really bad because due to all kinds of extra expenses lately, my bankroll has been getting smaller already, and now this very large amount of money is missing, and I can't imagine where it would have gone because I remember seeing it. Today's Friday. I remember seeing it Wednesday morning, but I don't remember having it after that. We did that long trip where we went from 4 hours here to 4 hours there to a couple hours there, and I remember having it in my pocket, and then I remember the next day, which was Thursday, yesterday, taking the money out of my pocket and switching it over to my next pair of pants, and I thought it was there, but I don't specifically remember seeing it there. Because at the end of the day, I end up with 10 stacks of money, lots of ones, fives, 20s, hundreds, all this stuff, and usually at the end of the day or the next morning, I will put it in order and count it and know how much I'm going into the next day with. Well, yesterday I didn't do that. I was busy, and then by the time I did it, I was short, but I'm like, well, I have this money in my other pocket, it's got to be that, and I just forgot about it. And then when last night I went to look at it, it wasn't there, so I don't know what happened, but I'm pretty sure it's gone. So that's a couple weeks pay, at least 2 to 3 weeks of work gone. So that really hurts a lot. I searched my car, I looked everywhere, and I couldn't find it. So I'm assuming the worst for it, and it probably is gone. So I don't know. I want to say lesson learned, but I don't know where I went wrong. Did I just not have the money at all? Did we use it for something and I don't remember it? I know we did the down payment on the kitchen, but that was a while ago. Paid some bills, lent out a little bit of money to some family, but that wasn't it. I don't know. So anyway, that's something that's very worrisome, and I don't know what's going to happen there. So I probably will not find it. I'll look for it again tonight, but it's probably gone. So then this morning, everybody got out the door, and I'm going to the kitchen to make sure I got my laptop and everything. I noticed that there's the garage door was open because the door was slightly open to the garage. I'm like, that's weird. Okay, no problem. So I walk out and close the garage door, and it doesn't close. Now, last night my remote stopped working. I tried to replace the battery, still didn't work. Tried to replace it again, still didn't work. Tried an older remote that I had, that one didn't work. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to throw my remote away, and then I'll just buy a new one from Amazon, and I'll get to it in the next day or two. So I'd gone to the garage and pushed the button to reprogram it yesterday, just in case I needed to reprogram the one I put the new battery in, and it didn't work, and I didn't think of anything of it. I think I wiped out the programming, and now the keypad doesn't work, and everyone's remotes don't work. So we'll have to reset the whole thing. So I unlocked the front door, and I pushed the close the garage door button, and I went around to the front and went out the kitchen, and the door was open again. So I thought, well, maybe it hit something. So I came back around and did it again and again. Actually, the second time it worked. So I'm like, okay, we got that working. Let's get out of here. So I gotta buy a new garage door opener on Amazon this morning, get that delivered hopefully tomorrow, and get that programmed this weekend before I leave for my trip, get everyone else's remotes working before I leave. And yeah, that's where we are right now. I just got to the office and pulled up close to the building. Now they were putting a new door in here. Hopefully it's open now, because otherwise I'm going to be doing a lot of walking to get out of here. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and walk in the front door, go out the side door like I usually do, even though it's an hour later than I would normally do that. And we'll start our trip. So not the greatest start to the day, starting off late, starting off with the garage door opener problem, losing money, all this stuff, and getting ready for my Vegas trip. But we'll see what happens. So, by the way, I did not book a rental car yet. I'm going to. I went to do it, and then I thought, if you prepay, it's cheaper, but who knows what's going to happen with the flights. So I can wait until that day and get that booked. In case the flights get canceled, I won't have to pay a fee at the hotel and another fee for the rental car. So anyway, hopefully flights are all active and working. So walking into the office right now, and I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. So there were, I think, 3 people at the receptionist desk today, and there was maybe 10 cars. There were maybe 10 cars in the parking lot. So yeah, Friday's definitely not a very popular day to work when you get to pick which day you get to work. So anyway, got in there and did what I needed to do. The new door is on and working on the side, so I was able to get out, parked close enough that my computer logged into the network and updated and all that kind of stuff. So that's all positive and good. So yeah, right now we are going to head to our first place. Got a lot of organizing and things to do, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. It's been raining most of my trip so far, getting ready to stop for fuel for the first time. And then I have a meeting that starts about 20 minutes after that. So that's going to be annoying because we have to be on camera now in every meeting. So I can't be driving and having them on mute and making up time. So that's going to be another hour or 2 a week that I'm losing because of that. So unfortunately, so we're going to stop in about 5 minutes, get fuel, and then we'll stop about 20 minutes later again to do a 1-hour meeting, and then we'll still be an hour away from our first stop. So very frustrating, but that's what we got to work with right now. So moving on here, I'm going to get some fuel and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. Had to pull over to do that meeting, and I've never stopped at this exit before, which is really strange because there's only about 100 exits between my house and this area, and you'd think I would have stopped at every one of them by now over all these years. Pull over, and there's no gas station or anything. Go down the street, nothing. Turn left, nothing. Turn right, nothing. And now I'm down to like 2 minutes, 1 minute till the meeting starts. And I see a warehouse, looks like it's kind of far from everything. So I decide, okay, well, I guess this is what I'm doing. So I pull over at this warehouse. There's only like 1 car there. So I'm like, well, as soon as they come out and say something to me, I'll move. But I've got to be on camera, and they're going to see if I'm driving or not, because they'll see my eyes moving around. So I've got to pull over. There's nowhere else to go. It's a 2-lane road. And so I stopped there and didn't have any issues. Nobody came to talk to me or anything like that, or probably even noticed I was there. But I was far enough off the highway now. It's going to be a few miles here just to get back to the highway to get back on track again. As you know, I'm on call this week, and there was an event yesterday that happened at the office where someone had a huge bin of personal identifiable information and medical records, names, all this stuff, and it was just sitting outside on the dock, and the team got involved. I wasn't at the office, obviously, because that's the day that the rest of the team is there, so I don't even pretend to be there on that day. But they brought it in, and they're still trying to figure out who put it out there. So anyway, other than that, there were some scans that needed to be run, and I go to run the scans during the meeting because why not? I mean, I'm just wasting time sitting in this meeting anyway. And the scan software updated, and all the menus are moved around. And hopefully I saw it correctly that all these things were already cleared. I didn't even have to do the scan, but I'm going to have to look more at it this weekend before I go on my trip. So, and now I'm wondering what's going to happen with the trip. If there's a cancellation of the flight, what will happen with the hotel? You have to cancel within 24 hours or something like that. Will there be an issue? So I really don't know what's going to happen, but we'll find out. So, I didn't think about taking my camera with me on the trip. I really should get a better camera because the one I have right now is it's not great. I think it's charged. I'll try to charge it tonight and mess with it tomorrow a little bit, see what kind of footage I can get, and maybe we'll take it with us. So, all right, well, right now we are still a ways away from our first stop, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, I am at the casino, and I expected to just run into the casino when I got here and start making some money. But alas, that's not happening. I'm in the car. There's a ticket open that I'm working on. I'm not getting any answers on. And about an hour ago, I signed up for a $5 tournament, and I'm still playing, and that was like close to the end of registration. There was 117 entrants, and there's 12 left right now, and I'm in 4th place. So that one's kind of slowing me down here, which stinks, but I'm just going to sit here and take care of it. We're on a 5-minute break right now. And then also my phone started having a network issue. So I ended up switching my phone service back to my old phone. The new phone is getting delivered today. This weekend I'll get all this phone stuff worked out. And everything should be fine. Looks like this ticket issue is going to be good now. Someone else is taking over it. So all we have to do is win this little tournament, and we'll be good. But be so happy to get rid of this terrible phone. So once this tournament's over, I'll move the SIM chip back into this phone, and then we'll head into the casino. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. It is 45 minutes later, and just finished up the tournament, and I ended up in first place. First place. Paid only $150, but hey, it was a $5 entry 2 hours ago. Not bad, so we'll take that. Went back and forth for a long time. It was down to 3 people for about 20 minutes, and down to 2 of us for about 15 minutes. And he had a 2-to-1 advantage over me. Then I had a 2-to-1 advantage over him. And then he was in the lead again, and then I finally finished him off. So happy about that. And we're going to go in here, and hopefully still some money left in here for us to make. So that's what we're doing. We're heading into the casino, and I'll be back to update you, hopefully with some good news. All right, guys, I am back. That was a long session. I was in there for 5 hours, just under 5 hours, like a few minutes under 5 hours. Well, between that and a couple other things. So it was some other stuff also. So overall, over 6 hours. I don't know where to start, man. It's so many things happened. Let's start with walked in, was looking around, found a table to play, played that, and ended my session ahead $530. I don't have a lot of notes on that one. It was so long ago now. I think it was medium variance, not great, not terrible, but ended up okay. So plus 530 on that one. And also played some slots and ended up ahead $141. So at that point, I'm ahead $670. I'm in a pretty good mood, and it's been just under an hour or just over an hour since I'd gotten there, and everything was going well. I decided to go play some Pot Limit Omaha, and I went back there, and there were two people on the list, but both weren't there, so nobody who was there was on the list. So it has a little phone next to your name if you called in, but if there's no phone and the person's above you, then there's a list. But there was nobody like that, so I asked. I said, is there a seat available? And yeah, go ahead and grab your chips and go sit down. So I go grab $1,000 in chips. I buy in for 300, and that actually didn't last very long. I'm trying to think about how long I played. I want to say I played about. I really should have written this down. I want to say I'm going to estimate an hour and 40 minutes, and I believe that I was playing with some people who their bankroll was way, way bigger than mine. They were very aggressive, which is what you want when you're doing, when you're playing the way I am. And so I was taking shots when I was supposed to. I had a hand where I flopped a set, and there was a flush draw, and the pot's like $300 pre-flop. I flop a set, and I go all in for like 470, something like that. And I got 6 callers, and in fact, other people went all in, and it was over a $5,000 pot. And a guy ended up, I ended up losing the hand. I'm trying to remember how. Well, I lost it to a flush. There was another hand where I had an open-ended straight flush, and I raised, and a guy pushed me all in. I thought about it for a minute. It would have been like a king high straight flush if I hit it, and I ended up missing on that, and a pair of queens ended up winning on that. So he had nothing until the river. He hit his queen on the river. So that was right. No, he hit a. Let me go back here. It was going to be queen high, and I don't know. Anyway, a pair of queens ended up winning the hand, so the straight must have not been that high, but it was open-ended straight flush. So excuse my inconsistency there, but overall, had a buy-in for 300, another for 3, and one for 400, and ended up losing all of it, and ended up leaving down $997. I just made like $150 online, and then lost $997 there. My kid's trying to call me. I might have to cut this off for a minute here, but anyway, so went back to tables again, and ended up having 2 more sessions, one for $500 win and one for 501. And of course, I would never tip that dollar. So ended up getting all the money back. It took about 3 hours, but I ended up getting all that back. And then I saw a friend of mine who's an AP, great guy, and he goes by Fuzzy. And Fuzzy is an awesome guy, real nice guy. and talked to him for a while, and I pointed out a machine. He's like, yeah, I saw that, it's been there for a while, but now that girl's sitting on there. And I'm like, then I walked by the girl, and I noticed that I'd seen her checking machines earlier, and I said, no, I don't think she's going to get up, because I saw her checking machines earlier. And I looked, and the seat seemed like it was empty, and I walked over, and she wasn't there. So I went over, and I go to sit down, and she's on the machine next to it, which is nowhere near being in range. So I don't know what she was looking for, but she was just a ploppy and had no clue what she was doing. I said, is this seat open? She said, yeah. I sat down, I played it, and we were estimating it should have taken around 900 spins to hit it. Came down early after about 222 spins. Well, not about 222, exactly 222 spins into it. And I ended up leaving that machine ahead another $104. So what are we up here? 5, 6, 7, like 776, 770 something. So not the greatest day at this point. But in between doing all that stuff, I had another task, which was going to another casino and trying to get in on a game there. So I go over to this other casino, and I have to park down the street, and I have to walk there, and sometimes they ask for ID, sometimes they don't. If they ask me for ID, I'm toast. So I go in, I walk up, and I go in like the first entrance, and I see a guy that knows me, like the worst, rudest guy. I would never want to walk up to this guy, because he's definitely 100% going to ask me for ID. I've been trying to stay away from this guy for years. So I walk back out, I tell my friend, okay, I'm going to give it like 20 minutes or so, and then we'll try it again. And so I gave it a little bit more time, came back in, and someone else was there, but this time they asked me for ID. So I said, I don't have it. Let me go to the car and get it. And I never came back. So right now, it is just before the shift change there. So we're going to go grab some breakfast. It's evening, it's dark. We haven't had anything to eat yet today. I had a few peanuts, that's about it. So we're going to go grab some food to eat, and then we'll go back there, and hopefully we can get in and make a play. So yeah, it's been a long, exhausting day already. I was in that casino for so long. Lots of steps today, but oh well. All that matters is the results, and right now results are kind of rough, so we're going to try to make this other play. Right now, let's go grab some food, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back, and I was actually able to find some of that chicken fajita stuff that I eat when I come this way sometimes. Nice big container, must have been a pound of chicken fajitas with all the good stuff in there, the onions and peppers and all that kind of stuff. Sat in the parking lot and just took a breath and relaxed and ate that, and just didn't have my brain scrambling or calculating or whatever for a minute. So I'm feeling a little bit better right now, and right now I am going to head toward this casino, and we're going to try to get back in there again. Shift change is happening soon, and there's a place down the street that you can pay for parking and then go in. So we're going to try to do that instead of using the free parking for the casino. We're going to pay for parking and then walk a few blocks and hopefully get in, take care of this business, and I'll be back. Alright guys, just leaving the casino. Did not go well. It turns out that some advantage players recently won pretty big on the tables here, and they've been on a roll, just kicking people out and IDing and everything else. Tried to get in one door, no good. Tried to get in a different door about 20 minutes later, no good. And yeah, we're gonna have to call it because I'm not gonna be able to get in here. Now, the downside, the next closest places to do this is 3.5 hours the other direction from home, or 6 hours from home. So that's going to be not good. So we'll figure this out. We'll probably go to the casino the other direction. The only downside with that also is there isn't a lot of money to be made at the casino and at the casinos nearby when you're not playing tables, and tables are the best thing there. So if I can't play tables because my face is plastered all over the place there, then I have to hope I can get in and do this other stuff. So anyway, we'll see. I'll keep you informed. Right now we're gonna head out of this area. We'll need to stop and get gas soon, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. It is 11:30, and we are getting close to home here. We did stop. We got some fuel. Took a pit stop, and got some drinks, and just continued on the trip. It's been a good trip. It's been dry roads, decent traffic. There was an area where there was a lot of police pulling people over, and luckily I'm just doing a few miles an hour over the speed limit. I'm in no hurry to go anywhere. If I was on my way to a casino, it would be different because I'm trying to get there as soon as possible to make some money. But yeah, overall was an okay day. Still learning, still understanding. I think oh my gosh. Whew, you guys were with me on that one. Wow. Oh my gosh, I think I hurt myself. Oh. Well, yeah, I was doing 65. Oh, in a 65 zone. Oh. And I was in the left lane of 2 lanes. Oh, I think I hurt myself. And the car in the right lane kind of slowed down for a minute, and I was paying attention. I was like looking right at the road, and there was like an old looking deer just standing in the middle of my lane. And that's, you know, it's something I teaching my kids now that they're learning how to drive. You got to know where all the cars are around you, and I do. I know, like, if there's a car next to me, close to me, all that stuff. And I basically was doing 65, and in a half second to a second had to switch lanes, and just tweaked my neck and my shoulder a little bit here. But the deer is okay, the car is okay. Hey, we got to take care of this car here. No check engine lights on, thank goodness, and no problems with the car at all. And thank goodness that we got through that okay. But that was pretty scary. I don't even know what I was talking about, because my back and my neck and my shoulder all got tweaked there. Got to catch my breath a little bit here. I was saying I don't know if I can handle the swings of 3-3 pot limit Omaha. I mean, I think I have to continue on and keep doing what I'm doing, because I am learning and I'm going in the right direction. The only way to get better is to keep playing. I am playing online also and getting better doing that. But for now, you know, playing $500 hands of blackjack are not a big deal, because I know the true odds there of what's going to come up. And, you know, if I have a 18 against the dealer 9 with a high count versus a low count, I know what to expect. But with poker, you know, you have to read people, you have to learn how they're betting and their style and all that kind of stuff. And I think I'm doing a good job of that, but I have a long way to go. And every time I think I'm progressing, then I discover like this new thing. It blows my mind. I'm like, oh man, I didn't even think about that. And I had a moment like that today. Oh, it was okay, so let me tell you a situation I had today. I had 9-10 jack something, and the board was 7-8 jack, and I raised pot. I was first to act. There was 3 people. I raised pot, and it was a rainbow flop. So there was no pairs. I mean, no suits on, you know, no matching suits on the flop. and there was a 2-gapper there, and so there's no chance of a flush. I mean, there's always a chance a full house is going to come, but I mean, come on. What would have made more sense probably was to either check or bet smaller to get everybody to get in there. I mean, the bet was only like $60, but still, if someone had nothing and they had no flush draws or anything like that, what am I going to get called by? And I thought, well, what if a queen comes? Well, if a queen comes, you still need the 9-10, which I have, in order to make the straight. It's not like it's gonna. You'd have jack queen. You don't have an ace, a king, a 10 on the board. So it's still a long shot. Even if that comes, you'd have to get runner in order to have a higher straight. So that's one thing I learned today is when you have a 2-gapper like that. I don't know if I'm using the right terminology. That's what I'm calling it. A gap of 2 cards, 9-10, for example. There's no need to raise that much. You want to keep people in because you have the nuts presently, and even if the queen comes, you probably still have the nuts. Well, you definitely still do. You'd have to have the queen king or the queen ace come in order to be counterfeited. So, or pair the board. So I learned that, but I'm still getting better, and I'm not taking it personally. It hurts when you lose $997 in an hour and 40 minutes. And I didn't want to rebuy because it does take a little bit of my energy to really follow what's going on and all that. And I could tell that I was playing above my level by a lot because these guys had a lot of money. These guys had $4,000 and $5,000 in their stacks, and I'm coming in with $300 and $400. So you're going to get pushed around a lot. And if you want to see any kind of flop, you're pretty much dedicated to all in. So yeah, we're going to keep on learning online. We're going to keep on getting better with it. But so we could do our segments here real quick. I'll go home and take care of my shoulder and stuff. What did you eat today, MW? Well, about whatever it was, 6 o'clock. I had, or 7, whatever, 6:30. I had my breakfast for the day, which was chicken fajitas, and they were okay. I give them a 9 on a scale of 2 through ace. And while we're talking about this stuff, I want to talk to you about something that I'm going to give a higher rating to. And I know people are like, well, Joe, you never give anything higher than like a 10, maybe a jack. Well, I'm about to right now. When I was a kid, I really enjoyed the Mars bars, and they got rid of them, and someone told me to try Snickers with almonds, and I tried it, and I didn't think it was very good. But recently I was at the dollar store, it used to be a dollar store, now it's a lot more, and they have like these little 6-packs of mini candy bars, and I got one, and I had one, and it was like the old days again. That nougat in there, that chocolate, that almond crunch that's in there, it was really good. I would have to give it a queen. That my highest rating I've ever given on a scale of 2 through ace, because it's exactly what I remembered and what I wanted. That crunchy, it just reminds me of like this nougat with like a cracker type thing around it, which I've had before. More ethnic stores will have stuff like that, but this was in a candy bar. It was really good. So anyway, try it sometime. And what did you tip today, MW? I think I only won like maybe 4 or 5 hands. So it seems like I average 2 to 3 hands an hour winning. I'm probably not playing enough, or the tables are going too slow or something. But so I probably tipped like $4 or $5 today. And what did you learn today, MW? Well, other than this one casino got hit pretty hard by some APs, and they're trying to ID a lot more now, and it's making it a lot more difficult to get in there. This too shall pass, but I learned that, and I learned about that hand that I was talking about with the 2-gapper. I overplayed that. And I think if I was last to act, it would have been different, because someone else would have raised. I would have called. I would have been more patient, but I was trying to get money in there, and that was a big mistake. So anyway, that's going to be it for now. I don't know, but I may do an episode tomorrow, which is Saturday. Hopefully I'll do one Sunday, but Monday morning, really early in the morning, really early, like when the airport first opens up, I have a flight, and hopefully it's not canceled, and we'll be going to Vegas. So I don't want to not have enough sleep before I go there, because it's going to be 20-hour days while I'm in Vegas. Maybe an episode tomorrow, maybe not. And I still have to get a rental car when I'm out there. I should probably email my host that's giving me the room, and probably tomorrow I'll call the Wynn and see if I can get a room there as well, because they'll give me some free food as well. That way I don't have to spend any money on food, and I don't know how much I'm really going to like the Venetian anyway. So, but for now I'm going to let you go. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.